Hello and Happy New Year, and welcome back to the PR Coach. This is episode number 4. Thank you very much for subscribing and for being a partner in this channel. Now, today's topic is responding to media queries. So serious that today I made notes to make sure that I really give you important nuggets on how to respond to the media. The biggest story at the beginning of this year, in South Africa at least, has to be the COVID-19 vaccine, by any other name, COVAX, Sputnik, whatever is out there. Now, stories are abound about the fact that we are not getting a vaccine, that we have no vaccine strategy as a country, that we are not affording to buy enough, that it may or may not get to us by the end of this year, and even then it may only get to a number of people, a certain number of people. The number, moves from, this small percentage to that slightly bigger percentage, but nothing comprehensive. Now, when these stories come up and there is no response to the media, many other things happen. Now there are people speculate. People say, well, the one that we don't have a strategy is not a speculation, or at least we have not been told about it. But that's one. There's no strategy. 2, people are saying the government is lying to us about what it can or cannot afford. 3 rather, and I had this on the golf course 2 days ago. It bothered me. Somebody said, the truth is that our government is broke. We cannot afford a vaccine. Now that's scary. But even cynically, another reason I got from somebody is that, well, no, they're still sorting out the bribes as soon as we, disperse 500 million to buy this thing, who gets the bribes? Now that's cynical. But we know it's not without context. But that's not the point. Here's the point. Bad news happens to everyone, including the Pope. We all will experience bad news at some point or another, especially if you're in a position of leadership. You cannot live your life without experiencing bad news. You can't avoid it forever, but you can do something about it. And the first thing that I think you should do, and government should have done in this case, when the stories came out about lack of strategy, was to buy time. You can't just keep quiet. Just keeping quiet is not a strategy. It smacks of a lot of things, including disrespect of your constituency. Buy time. Issue a statement to say, government has heard you. We will come back to you in 24, 48 hours, whatever it is. I would say nothing more than 48 hours. But buy time. People will give you that. You're dealing with so many things. It's festive season. The number of infections are increasing. There's this, that, and the other. So buy time. Don't just keep quiet. 2, indicate how long it's going to take you for you to come back. And that's very important, because we need to know that, you are working on something and we are waiting on something. Give us a time so that we expect you to communicate to us about your response. 3, gather information. Once you've told us 24 hours or 48 hours, you drop everything and you gather all the information you need. The statistics, the costs, the people, the information that is hidden, the history, the different types of vaccines that are there, what are other countries doing. Gather as much information as possible, because you cannot come back after buying time with half-baked information. So you need to make sure that by the time you come back, you've got comprehensive information. You may not give us comprehensive information when you come back. You may always refer us to a site on your website. That's fine. But there must be information that is available and accessible, especially to those who will scrutinize us, scrutinize it. Remember, the general public won't scrutinize the detailed information or the technical information, but you bet your bottom dollar the experts and the cynics will do. That includes the media. They are cynics, and that's what they train for, and that's good for us. We need cynical media. And then when you respond, respond in a problem-solving manner. The biggest challenge that many of us face, and dare I say government, is that when we respond, we are defensive. We are responding to whoever has asked the question. We're finding faults about them. We're complaining about their past or their culture or their race or their political party or whatever it is. We don't respond to the issue in a problem-solving manner. So you cannot come back as government and say, well, we do have a strategy and we'll reveal it when the time comes. That's not a response. You need to say something to the effect that we are solving this thing, we are speaking to this and that country, we have had these 4 meetings, this country is promising, this pharmaceutical company is talking to us, they've offered us a discount, we are looking at raising money from other sources, including the private sector, and we are definite about that by the end of January or February or March, or whatever it is, that we will have enough money to purchase so much, and we can reach so many people. That allays fears. But also, that then, compounds all other things. If we know that 1 in 300 people will get the vaccine, we know it. Whether we like it or not, at least we know it. That solves a problem. So when you respond, you have to respond in a problem-solving manner, not in a finger-pointing manner or victim-playing manner, which is what we do when we are under attack. We play victim. Unfortunately, in leadership, you can't play victim. You have to play leadership. When we respond, when finally you respond to a crisis, to queries, you have to show leadership. You do not send a spokesperson. In fact, in this case, I do not even believe that the command,
the National Coronavirus Command Council,
should be the one responding to give a strategy. I don't even believe that the Minister of Health should be doing it. In this case, because we have reached this point, the president of the country must give us the response. He must be the one addressing us and telling us, here is the response to the query you've heard about COVID vaccine. Show leadership. It is more believable at that level, credible, and at that point it is almost final. We can't second guess beyond the leader of the country or of the organization if it's an organizational matter. Once you have responded, though, that's not the end of the issue. Then you have to be accessible, because there will be follow-up questions. There will be more people poking holes. The same way as you give us research, there is counter research somewhere. Somebody's going to find counter research and they're going to present it. You need to be able to be accessible and respond. At that point, yes, you can leave it to experts. I don't believe the government or the president should be the one responding to technical issues. So accessibility in this case means, therefore, the Minister of Health and his people in the NCCC and other experts should be available to respond to follow-up issues. Most importantly, in the response, be honest. You cannot lie. You cannot give half-truths. Because somebody is going to tell us the truth. Somebody will leak the truth to us. You know it happens. It happens all the time, whether you like it or not. Whether you go on a witch hunt to find whistleblowers or leak those who leak stories. Fact is, they do leak stories. So be honest, be truthful. Give us all the information. Let us decide what matters and does not matter. And lastly, show concern. Fact of the matter is, vaccine or no vaccine, every minute, and I mean it today, I can say it, every minute, every hour, every day, somebody is contracting this disease, somebody is dying out of this disease. Remember that. Do not play politics. Do not be self-righteous. Remember that people are scared. They're seeing their loved ones die every single day. Show concern. It is not about media relations. It's about human beings. Be compassionate. Show empathy. Thank you very much for watching this episode. Please do subscribe. We need you to subscribe to the content so that we know that we need to produce more. In the meantime, stay safe. Wear your mask. Sanitize and keep that social distance. Until we meet in the next episode. Thank you very much.